The hallway outside the ballroom was too quiet. Lily Carter slowed her steps when she heard a door open behind her. The music from the gala drifted faint and distant, like it belonged to another life. Then a woman stepped out of a private suite down the corridor, tall and blonde, her red gown brushing the carpet like spilled wine. The woman lifted 2 fingers to the corner of her mouth and wiped away a slow streak of lipstick. She looked straight at Lily while she did it, and she smiled. Thus the suite door was still open. Inside, just visible, hung the dark jacket Ethan Blackwood had worn all evening. Lily stood frozen. For 3 long seconds, she could not breathe. Then she turned and walked away before her heart could shatter any louder. 3 weeks earlier, Lily had been refilling iced tea at Table 6 inside Harbor House Bistro in Milwaukee. Thursday nights were always loud. Plates clattered, silverware chimed, the kitchen smelled of garlic butter and grilled salmon. Now jazz floated low through the speakers. Lily moved through it all with steady grace. She had worked here for 4 years, long enough to know which regular liked extra lemon and which couple always argued quietly over dessert. She could balance 3 plates on one arm and carry 2 bowls of soup in the other without spilling a drop. She smiled easily, even when customers didn't deserve it. She had grown up in a 2-bedroom apartment on the South Side with her younger sister Megan, and a mother who worked double shifts at a factory until her back gave out. Lily had learned early that life did not bend for people like them. You stood straight. You worked. You stayed kind. The door opened. The shift in the room was subtle. Most people did not notice. Lily did. 5 men in tailored suits entered first. Behind them walked a man who did not need to rush to lead. Tall, broad shoulders, dark hair touched with silver at the temples. His eyes scanned the room once, careful and quiet. When his gaze reached Lily, it paused. She looked away first. Beside her, her co-worker Hannah leaned close. "That's Ethan Blackwood," she whispered. "Blackwood Holdings. The youngest CEO on the Midwest business list." Lily set down her water pitcher calmly. "He's a customer," she said. "That's all." Hannah stared at her like she was insane. Lily went back to work. She avoided his table most of the evening. Not on purpose, just carefully. But near closing time, fate stepped in. She rounded the corner with a tray of sparkling water glasses, just as one of Ethan's colleagues pushed back his chair without looking. The tray tilted. Lily caught it fast, years of practice, quick hands. But one glass slid free and spilled directly onto Ethan's jacket sleeve. The table went silent. Heat rushed to her cheeks. "I'm so sorry," she said quickly, already reaching for the linen napkin tucked at her waist. She pressed it gently against his sleeve, and only then did she realize how close she stood. His eyes were not on the jacket. They were on her. There was no anger in them, only curiosity. "It's fine," he said, voice low and steady. "I can have it cleaned at our expense." "It's fine," he repeated. One corner of his mouth lifted slightly. "I own more than one jacket." She straightened and nodded. "I'll replace your water." When she stepped behind the kitchen partition, she finally exhaled. Hannah appeared instantly. He watched you walk away." "Go check on table 9, Lily said calmly. Ethan returned the next Tuesday, alone. He chose a small table near the window instead of the private dining room. Lily noticed. She did not comment. He ordered sparkling water, roasted duck. He came back Thursday, then again the next week. By the 4th visit, Hannah stopped pretending not to notice. "He asks for your section," she said one afternoon while folding napkins. "He likes the window," Lily replied. "The window is in my section on Thursdays." Lily had no answer for that. Their conversations began small. He asked what she recommended one evening. Instead of the usual scripted suggestion, she said, "The lamb is better than the duck this week. The chef changed the spice blend. It actually works." He studied her differently after that, like she had said something honest in a world that usually handed him polished answers. After that, he asked about more than food, and how she handled winter shifts, if she liked the jazz band, what dessert she would choose if she did not have to pay for it. She answered because it was her job. Then she answered because she wanted to. She did not let herself think too far ahead. Ethan Blackwood was a guest. Generous tipper. Quiet presence. That was all. One late October evening, he stayed until the restaurant nearly emptied. She brought the check. He signed it, then looked up. "There's a charity gala next Saturday," he said. "Blackwood Holdings hosts it every year for the Children's Hospital. I would like you to come as my guest." Lily stood still. "As your guest?" "Yes." She studied him. Over weeks of dinners, she had learned to read faces. He was not performing now. He looked almost unsure. "All right," she said softly. "I'll come." The gala was held at the Grand Wellington Hotel. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, voices echoing off high ceilings. And Lily wore a simple navy dress Megan helped her choose. Elegant, understated. Ethan met her at the entrance. "You came," he said. "I said I would." He smiled. A real one. Throughout the evening, he introduced her without explanation, without apology. His hand rested lightly at the small of her back as they moved through the crowd. For the first time, Lily allowed herself to imagine something more. Something warm. Something dangerous. Then she stepped away to find the restroom. The hallway was quiet, the music distant. And then, the door opened. A woman in red stepped out, lipstick wiped, smile delivered, jacket visible, and Lily's heart broke so cleanly she almost admired the precision of it. She did not return to the ballroom. She collected her coat, walked into the cold Milwaukee night, and did not cry, not once. She sat in the back of a rideshare car, city lights blurring past the window, and felt nothing but a hollow space spreading inside her chest. She had been foolish. That was the truth. A waitress who forgot who she was. A billionaire who returned to his world. The lipstick smear had said everything, and she would not make the mistake of misunderstanding it twice. Lily did not sleep much that night. She lay in bed with her coat still draped over the chair and her navy dress hanging in the closet like a joke told too softly. Her apartment was quiet, except for the heater clicking on and off. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw that hallway again. The open suite door, the jacket on the chair, the slow wipe of lipstick. In the morning, Megan called. "So," Megan said carefully, like she was walking across thin ice. How was the gala?" "It was nice," Lily answered. There was a pause. Megan always paused before she said what mattered. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." "Lily." Lily swallowed. "I made a mistake," she said. Her voice stayed steady. "I let myself believe something that wasn't real." Megan went quiet for a long moment. "Come over tonight," she said finally. "You can lie to me in person if you want." Lily almost laughed. Almost. "I have a shift." "Then come after." "I'll see," Lily said, and ended the call before her sister could keep digging. At Harbor House Bistro on Monday, Hannah took one look at Lily's face and for the first time in Lily's memory, did not start talking right away. She followed Lily through the service station, watched her roll silverware, watched her check her tables, watched her take orders like nothing had happened. Almost an hour passed before Hannah finally spoke. He called, Hannah said quietly. Lily's hands did not stop moving. She peeled the wrapper off a granola bar as if it required deep focus. Who called? You know who. Lily took a slow bite. Chewed, swallowed. I wasn't here. He knows, Hannah said. He called twice yesterday. He asked for you. Lily kept her eyes on the break room table. What did you tell him? That you weren't working. Lily nodded once. That was all. Hannah leaned forward. What happened at the gala? Lily did not want to say it. Not because she was embarrassed, but because speaking it out loud would make it heavier, more real. Like setting a stone on the table and admitting it belonged there. But Hannah was waiting. So Lily told her. Short and clean. Just facts. Woman, hallway, lipstick, open suite door, Ethan's jacket. When Lily finished, Hannah's expression tightened. You don't know what it meant, Hannah said. Lily looked at her evenly. I know what I saw. You saw a woman walk out of a room and wipe her mouth, Hannah said. That's all. It was enough. Hannah opened her mouth, then closed it. Her silence was an answer all by itself. On Thursday, Ethan came like he always did. Lily saw him the moment he walked in. Tall, controlled, wearing a dark suit, eyes sweeping the room. His gaze found her. Lily turned smoothly and went straight to the kitchen. My head hurts, she told Hannah. Cover my tables for 20 minutes. Hannah's eyes narrowed. Lily, please. Hannah cursed under her breath and nodded. Why, Lily stepped into the dry storage room, surrounded by canned tomatoes and sacks of flour. The air smelled like cardboard and spices. She pressed her palms to the metal shelf and breathed slowly until her heartbeat stopped trying to climb out of her throat. After a while, the door creaked open. Hannah stepped in. He waited, she said quietly. Half an hour. Then he left. Lily exhaled like she had been holding her breath the whole time. He left a note, Hannah added, and held out a folded piece of paper. Lily stared at it for a long moment before taking it. Her fingers felt stiff, like they belonged to someone else. She unfolded it. I don't know what happened, but I would like to explain, if you will let me. Please. Under that was a number Lily already had, because Ethan had given it to her the week before. Not like it was a big deal, just written on the back of a card and slid across the table as he said, text me if you decide you want to come. Lily refolded the note carefully. She slipped it into her apron pocket like it was nothing. Then she finished her shift. She did not call. The next Tuesday, someone else walked into Harbor House Bistro. He looked like Ethan, but softer around the edges, shorter, easier, like laughter lived closer to the surface. He sat at table 4 in Lily's section at 7 o'clock, ordered a glass of red wine and the mushroom risotto. And when Lily brought it to him, he smiled up at her. You must be Lily, he said. I'm Connor, Ethan's brother. Lily held the plate steady. Hello. Connor lowered his voice. He didn't send me. Just so we're clear, if he knew I was here, he'd be furious. Lily's throat tightened. Then why are you here? Connor picked up his fork. Because my brother is stubborn, and because I think you deserve the truth. Lily should have walked away. She stayed. Connor took a bite of the risotto and made a face of real appreciation. Okay. This is incredible. Lily did not smile. Connor. Right, he said. He set his fork down. His tone turned gentle. Ethan was not in that suite with that woman. Lily's fingers curled against the tray she held. I saw his jacket. She wanted you to see his jacket, Connor said simply. Her name is Valerie St. Clair. She shows up places she isn't invited. She's good at slipping through doors that should be locked. Lily's chest felt tight. Who is she? A problem, Connor said. An old one. She likes attention. She likes control. She especially likes making sure other women feel small. Lily's mouth went dry. Connor leaned in slightly. She got access to a private suite through an event staff connection. She didn't go in there with Ethan. She went in there to make it look like she did. Lily stared at him. Why would you know that? Because security removed her, Connor said. And because Ethan spent 40 minutes afterward looking for you. Lily's eyes stung, but she did not let tears fall. He could be lying. Connor shook his head. I'm not here to sell you a story. I'm here because I've never seen him like this. Lily's voice came out smaller than she wanted. Like what? Like someone who finally cares, Connor said quietly. My brother doesn't talk about people. He doesn't need people. Now he solves everything alone. He paused as if choosing his words carefully. But he talks about you. Not much. Just enough. Lily's hands were still at her sides. Connor picked up his fork again. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just telling you what actually happened. What you do with it is up to you. He smiled, warm and easy. For what it's worth, my brother is very careful about who he lets close. Now, he isn't careful about you. Lily filled Connor's water glass and moved to her next table. But her thoughts followed her like a shadow. That night, she sat on her living room floor with her back against the couch. The note from Ethan lay on the coffee table. Her phone was in her hand. Megan called. This time, Lily answered. She told Megan everything. The hallway, the note, Connor's visit, Valerie's name. Megan listened without interrupting, the way she always did. Fully. And like Lily's words mattered. When Lily finished, Megan asked one simple question. What are you actually afraid of? Lily blinked hard. That it's real, she whispered. And it still doesn't work. Megan's voice softened. That would hurt more than it being fake. Yes. Megan took a slow breath. But you've never chosen the easy thing just because it was easy. Lily closed her eyes. On Wednesday night, 10 minutes before closing, Ethan walked into Harbor House Bistro without a reservation. He wasn't in a suit. He wore dark pants and a charcoal sweater. His hair looked slightly messy, like sleep had not been kind to him. His face was the same controlled calm, but his eyes were tired. Hannah saw him first and glanced at Lily across the room. Lily's heart kicked hard. Ethan didn't sit. He waited near the host stand. Lily walked over. We're almost closed, she said. I know, Ethan replied. His voice was quiet. I'm not here to eat. He met her eyes, steady and open. I just want 5 minutes, he said. Outside, if you prefer. Wherever you're comfortable. After that, if you want me to stop coming here, I will. Lily studied him. No smile, no charm, no performance. Just a man asking. She untied her apron and folded it neatly over the host stand. I get off in 10 minutes, she said. Wait outside. Ethan nodded once, like he was afraid to move too fast. Lily finished closing duties with hands that trembled only a little. Then she stepped out into the cold Milwaukee night. Ethan stood on the sidewalk under the warm glow of the restaurant sign, hands in his pockets, watching the street like he was trying to stay calm through force alone. When he heard her footsteps, he turned. I didn't know she was there, he said immediately. Lily stopped a few feet away. The cold air cut into her lungs. Ethan's voice stayed steady, but something raw lived underneath it. Valerie came without my knowledge, he said. Security removed her before I even understood she'd gotten in. Whatever she did to hurt you. He paused, swallowing hard. I'm sorry, he said. I'm sorry you saw that. I'm sorry you left alone. And I'm sorry I couldn't find you before you disappeared. Lily's breath rose in a thin cloud. Why does it matter this much to you? She asked. Not unkind, just honest. Ethan's throat moved as he took a slow breath. His eyes did not leave hers. Because you talk to me like I'm a person, he said quietly. Not a headline, not a company. He paused. Because you told me the lamb was better than the duck, he went on, almost like he couldn't stop once he started. Because you meant it. Because when you look at me, I don't feel like I'm performing. His voice lowered. And because I think about you constantly, he admitted. And I don't know what to do with that, except stand here and tell you the truth. Lily's chest ached. She swallowed. Okay, she said. Ethan blinked, like the word hit him harder than she expected. Okay, he repeated, careful. Lily nodded once. Okay. I believe you about Valerie. Relief flashed across his face so fast it almost made her look away. It was too private, too real. But, Lily added and held his gaze, I need you to understand something. Ethan's jaw tightened, ready, listening. I don't need to be handled, Lily said. I need honesty, always. Not some of it. All of it, Ethan said instantly. Lily breathed in cold air and felt it burn. Then we can try, she said softly. Whatever this is, we can try. Ethan didn't reach for her hand. He didn't push, he just nodded, like he was receiving something sacred. Thank you, he said. And the way he said it made Lily's throat tighten again. They began to walk, slow at first, down the quiet street. A city light shimmered on the pavement. Cars passed in the distance. Lily's cheeks grew numb from the cold. But she found herself smiling anyway. And for the first time in weeks, the hollow inside her chest started to fill with something warmer. Still fragile. Still risky. But real. As they turned the corner, Ethan glanced at her like he wanted to say more. And Lily realized she was stepping forward into a life that could hurt her again. The question was, would she run this time? Or stay? The weeks after that felt quieter than Lily expected. Not perfect. Not like a movie. Just steady. Ethan called when he said he would. If a meeting ran late, he told her before she had to wonder. If he couldn't come to the bistro, he didn't vanish. He explained. Small things, ordinary things. But Lily had lived long enough to know ordinary promises kept were rare. He still came to Harbor House twice a week. He sat near the window. He asked what was good that night. Sometimes he stayed until the dinner rush faded, and the kitchen noise softened into cleanup sounds. Hannah acted like she deserved a trophy for bringing destiny together. She accepted full credit with zero shame. Connor texted Lily one afternoon. Hope it worked out. Lily smiled at her phone and replied. It did. Connor sent back a flood of silly celebration pictures that made Lily laugh out loud on the bus home. One Sunday, Lily cooked dinner at Ethan's apartment. His place was high above the city, with big windows and a kitchen that looked like it belonged to someone who never actually cooked. Lily made her mother's chicken stew. The smell of onions and pepper filled the air. Steam fogged the glass. Ethan sat on the counter and watched her like he was trying to memorize every movement. You look nervous, Lily said. I am, Ethan admitted. Lily paused, wooden spoon in hand. Why? He shrugged slightly. Because I don't want to do this wrong. Lily went back to stirring. Then don't do it like a performance, she said. Do it like the truth. Ethan nodded once, like the words settled somewhere deep. Later, when they ate at his table, he told her about a problem at work. Not bragging, not showing off, just thinking out loud. Lily asked questions, simple ones, direct ones, the kind people rarely asked him. Halfway through, Ethan stared at her like he had just seen the answer. What? Lily asked. He shook his head. Nothing. You just see things. Lily looked down at her bowl, cheeks warming. That's called paying attention. And for once, the warmth in her chest did not feel dangerous. It felt earned. Megan met Ethan a week later at a coffee shop near her school. Megan was polite in the careful way she reserved for people who mattered. She asked him measured questions, watched his face, listened to his answers like she was weighing them. Afterward, as she told Lily, he's serious. Lily raised an eyebrow. How do you know? Because he was nervous, Megan said. Men like that don't get nervous unless they care. Lily carried that sentence around like something warm in her pocket. Valerie St. Clair stayed quiet after the gala. Lily did not trust the quiet. Quiet from a person like Valerie did not mean gone. It meant waiting. The better moment arrived on a Friday morning in early December. Yes, Lily was getting ready for her shift when her phone started buzzing with notifications. She didn't understand what she was seeing at first. Then the headline sharpened into focus. A gossip site had posted an article about her. It called her a social climber. It painted her as a woman who had staged the water spill and hunted Ethan with a plan. It described her kindness like a trick. It called her calculated. It hinted she wanted money, status, a way out. So there were details in the article that made Lily's stomach drop. The exact table, the exact night, the exact moment the glass slipped. Someone had fed them a story. Lily sat on the edge of her bed and read it twice. The words felt unreal, like they belonged to a stranger wearing her face. Then the hurt arrived. Not loud, not dramatic, like cold weather settling into her bones. She thought of her mother's hands, red and cracked from factory work. She thought of Megan growing up too fast. She thought of every shift where people spoke to her like she was invisible, and how she had still kept her dignity anyway. And now, a headline was trying to strip it all away in one careless swipe. She called Hannah because Hannah would be blunt. I saw it, Hannah said immediately. It's Valerie. It has to be. How do you know? Lily asked, though she already knew. Those details, Hannah said. Only someone close would know them. Either she paid someone, or someone talked. Lily stared at her closet door. The people who know me aren't the ones reading it. I know, Hannah said softly. I'm sorry. Ethan called 17 minutes later. Lily knew because she watched the phone ring again and again. She didn't answer until the last second, because part of her needed to hear his voice before she fell apart. I've seen it, Ethan said. His voice was controlled, but she could hear the fury beneath it, cold and sharp. I'm handling it. My legal team. Stop, Lily said. Silence. Lily pressed her palm against the wall, grounding herself. I need you to listen. Ethan took a breath. Okay. I know you want to fix this, Lily said. That's your instinct. But don't go to war with her in a way that makes me a public fight for months. Ethan didn't speak. I can't live inside a news cycle, Lily continued, steady even though her throat hurt. I'm a person, not a headline. A long pause. Then Ethan asked, quieter now, what do you want me to do? I want you to tell the truth, Lily said. Once. Clearly. and then let it be done. Another pause. I can do that, Ethan said. And Ethan, Lily added, I don't want to be defended like I'm something you own. His breathing sounded tight. I want to be defended like I'm someone you respect. Ethan was silent for a beat. Then, yes, he said. I understand. What he did next surprised her. He didn't attack Valerie. He didn't threaten anyone. And he didn't make a spectacle. He wrote one short statement under his own name on the official Blackwood Holdings channel. Lily didn't see it until Hannah sent it 3 hours later with a string of excited messages. Lily read it standing in the break room, her hands cold. Ethan wrote, Lily Carter came into my life as a service professional at a restaurant I visited often. She treated me with honesty and directness and genuine warmth, the kind that cannot be faked. I pursued her company because I wanted it, not because she sought it. She is one of the most genuinely good people I have met, and she deserves respect. I will not be commenting further. That was all. No drama, no war, just truth. Lily read it twice. Then she put her phone in her pocket and went back out onto the floor. Halfway through the rush, she stepped into the kitchen for a drink of water. Hannah found her and wrapped both arms around her without asking. As Lily let herself be held for a moment among the heat and noise and clatter of plates. Then she straightened and went back to work. On Sunday, Ethan took her to the lakefront at dusk. The wind off the water was sharp. The sky was pale gold near the horizon. The lake looked like dark metal. Most people had stayed inside because it was December and the cold didn't play fair. Ethan bought 2 hot chocolates from a cart. They stood at the railing, watching the last light fade. I've been thinking, Ethan said. Lily wrapped both hands around her cup. That can go in a lot of directions. Ethan's mouth moved into a small grin. I want to take you somewhere for New Year's. Not an event, not a gala. Somewhere quiet. Lily looked at the water. Where? I have a house in northern Wisconsin, he said, near the pines. I haven't gone in 2 years because I never had a reason to. I want you to see it. Just us. Lily's breath rose in a thin cloud. Connor will probably appear uninvited, Lily said. Ethan let out a soft laugh. He tends to. Lily sipped her hot chocolate. The warmth spread through her chest. I need you to know something, she said. Ethan turned to her fully. I'm not going to disappear when things get hard, Lily said, but I'm also not going to make myself smaller to fit into your life. I know, Ethan said. Lily kept going anyway, because saying it out loud mattered. I come with my sister, my job, my schedule, and my opinions. I won't apologize for them. Ethan's eyes stayed on her face. I wouldn't want you any other way, he said. It wasn't fancy. It wasn't decorated. It was simple truth. Ethan covered one of her hands with his, like it was the most natural thing in the world. His hand was warm in the cold. Lily turned her palm upward and held on. A boat horn sounded low across the lake. City lights flickered on behind them. The air smelled like water and winter. And Lily realized she wasn't waiting for the next hard thing to arrive. She was standing inside a life she had built honestly, with both hands, and choosing to be happy in it without shame. Love wasn't perfection. Love was someone seeing the real version of you and staying anyway. As someone telling the truth, even when it cost something. Someone holding your hand at the edge of cold water in December, like it had always belonged there. For Ethan, it did. And for Lily, finally, it did too. If you believe stories still matter, go ahead and hit subscribe Stories Beyond the Porch. Drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love seeing how far these stories travel.